Hello, I'm Kristen Lowry, and welcome to Human Anatomy Physiology. A little bit about myself. This is my 19th year teaching at Sunset. I have a husband, Mr. Lowry, who teaches social studies here. I've been a coach at Sunset, a volleyball and track for 20 years, and I think this is my 18th year teaching. I love Sunset High School. I graduated from here actually in 1998 and have two younger brothers who also went here. So I'm an Apollo through and through. I'm really excited to be teaching your students this year. A little bit of a picture collage for you. My volleyball team from a couple years ago. My son Marcus was born 2.5 years ago. This is him at his first track meet. So it's been really special for me to now as a mom, let him kind of share in the Apollo spirit. All right. I do kind of share a lot about my family in class. Marcus was an IVF baby, so it's kind of fun for me to share like the cellular scientific part of kind of that journey that my family has been on. So your students may share a little bit of what they learn from my family with you. The curriculum of Human Anatomy Phys. I'm so excited to be back at school teaching this subject. The basic unit structure of our curriculum goes with some background anatomical terminology for Unit 1. We've already had our first test. You can see your student scores on Canvas. Grades are kept on Canvas. Now we're into our biochemistry and cytology review. We just took our first quiz today, so those scores will be up by the end of the week. But we're working our way into histology, so we'll do some microscope labs coming up soon. And then from there, each system is a unit. So we start skeletal and muscular system, and probably we'll get to digestive right at the end of semester 1 or at the beginning of semester 2. I've got some images here to highlight some of the dissections we do. Our first one, kind of to ease us into it, is a chicken bone dissection. So we'll collect those around Thanksgiving time, clean them, boil them, etc., to do a bone dissection in class. We try to do like as much hands-on stuff as we can. We've got quite a large catalog of x-rays. That is a really old high school, so we've collected them through the years to do a little bit of x-ray observation, for example. Our next dissection is the chicken wing dissection. So I'll play these little video clips to give you a sneak peek.
Okay, I'm recording, so just do
You shouldn't have to
thing.
push, but if I go up, and then
I don't know.
Anything I was gross.
wait.
Hello.
Okay, a little preview, one more snippet.
Wait, hold on. Like, hold it up so I can get it.
Well, that's really good.
Wait, there you
Elbow
go.
versus wrist joint.
Gross.
Light.
Okay.
Hold on, like, hold it up so I can.
Semester 2. If we don't fit digestive in first semester, we'll start it in second. Digestive system is kind of near and dear to me. My father's a gastroenterologist and still practicing, so I get to have him come speak to my classes and talk about all the fun digestive issues. He's got like a 40-slide slideshow that's all pictures, so he tells lots of great stories. We do cardiovascular system after that, respiratory system, lymphatic, immune, one of my favorites, urinary, reproductive, and nervous system at the end of the year. All right, pig heart dissection. To me is like our first major get in there kind of dissection. And these are really special specimens because we get them from Carlton Farms, I think out in Newburgh-ish area. And they are fresh from the slaughterhouse. They let us order them, usually intact with their pericardium. So they're fresh, they're large pig hearts and very similar to ours, which is super cool. They're a little on the bloody side, but that tends to be an exciting aspect of the lab. So here you can see some of the inside portions of those specimens. All right, so from Carlton Farms, they'll also give us a pig pluck, which includes the lungs, the esophagus, trachea attached to the heart. So we are able to inflate the lungs using a mouthpiece. Not sure we'll be able to do that with COVID. Maybe I'll have to show them this video, but I'll show it to you guys anyways.
Oh, I've already done it.
The younger me.
Get it? Work?
All right. So another kind of fun lab to highlight that we do is a hyperventilation lab, really carefully. We have special sensors, our oxygen sensors, to graph the O2 content of our exhales after holding our breath and after hyperventilating and then holding our breath and doing some compare contrast. So also some fun facts at the bottom of that page for you. I think anatomy is pretty amazing. The culminating event of the year is our fetal pig dissection. So we do an entire organism. We do fetal pigs, and we take 2 full class periods to dissect. And then I transform all of the dissected pigs that our students create, and I make our final exam for semester 2. So it's really a cumulative final over the entire year. But to me, it's kind of a celebration of anatomy phys. There are pig posters around the room, 20 plus dissected specimen with pins and things to label with extension questions for each one. There's like pig surveys, pig personality tests, little pig contest built in. And it's, I don't know, hopefully the most fun and engaging final exam that our students have taken so far. Some of the general information that people always ask about the class. It's kind of different than a lot of the advanced classes here because it's not an IB class, it's not an AP class, but it is for college credits through Oregon Technology if you so choose. So with our partnership through OIT, Oregon Tech, we use their grading system. So the traditional numbers above a 90% A, between an 80 and a 90 B, et cetera. So you can see that there. You should expect your students to have homework every night. Definitely anatomy phys is a lot of memorization, a lot of structures to know, and spelling counts. So I do give homework every day. Oftentimes it could be from the textbook, which I ask them to take home and leave for the extent of the school year. I do give assignments from it, but we don't sit in class and read it. I do have reference books in here if we ever need those. But hopefully you see kids opening textbooks at home, working through digital documents. I'm trying my best to give both digital and paper options now that we're like we've survived our COVID year and we're back in person. So trying to make that work best I can. There are no test or quiz retakes, of course, exceptions for 504 plans and IEPs, but I get that as a question a lot. So I do plan to drop their lowest quiz score at the end of each semester, however, and I will curve tests and quizzes based on the highest score in the class. And then final exam at the end of semester 1 and end of semester 2 is worth 15% of the overall semester grade. Attendance, really, really important in anatomy phys. It's not meant to be a class by correspondence. While I'm doing my best to keep everything updated on Canvas, we do a lot of labs and interactive stuff. So please do our best to be present. Of course, if you are sick at all, if kids, right, are sick at all, please stay home in our current COVID situation. A little bit more information on OIT. We don't register until winter term, and I'll get all the information out by email and on Canvas as that comes, but it's a really cool program through Northwest Promise, and there's 4 credits for introductory to anatomy phys, and then also 2 credits for medical terminology offered through Oregon Tech. And since it is an Oregon State school, they do transfer with the grades as science credit to any Oregon State school. Any private school, you always have to check with private school if they would accept transfer credits. But it's an amazing deal. The cost for all 6 credits is $30. And for any student on free and reduced lunch, there is no cost at all. It's all covered. And all of the requirements to earn those credits are embedded within the class. So there's no additional work to earn those credits. I've already integrated it all into our curriculum. Accessing grades. Grades are on Canvas this year primarily. I see here I didn't change the parent view, student view, but it will eventually be on parent and student view as a semester ends. So anything that's currently happening, please look on Canvas, and then things will get double entered towards the end of the semester, and you can see finalized grades at the end of the semester there. You and your student should be checking grades online. I always say at least once a week to know what's going on. I am entering things as quickly as I can, especially quizzes and tests get entered right away. Since we're using an interactive notebook for most of our homework and classwork, so the formative assignments, most of those go into the interactive notebook, and then I have them submit every week and a half or so I can do a check for that. So those get updated at that time. Wish list. A lot of parents ask kind of how they can contribute. If you would like to contribute to our human anatomy and physiology classes, the supplies that are most helpful for us are the nitrile gloves, the latex-free ones. We're a latex-free zone. Blue painter's tape. We do like a lot of labeling and models and stuff. Kleenex. We know that students get sick with masks. Luckily, it's less, but we go through a lot of Kleenex. Anatomical posters and or models. A lot of my students and families have access to these. And if there's extra that you come across, or if you are in the medical field, we love that kind of thing. And then real paper towels, since we sanitize a ton, wipe down, spray, clean with dissections, the real paper towels are really helpful. So that is my wish list. Thank you for viewing my video, and I'm excited to have your students. Please feel free to reach out to me. By email is the easiest. And it's KRISTIN for Kristen _ Lowry is LOWERY at beaverton.k12.or.us. Take care and thanks.